When gifted kids ask too many questions, smart tips for savvy parents. Hello everyone, and welcome to our channel where we share knowledge on parenting and raising children. Many of you parents have probably experienced, no, let's be honest, many times the feeling of being a little overwhelmed by the endless stream of why and how come questions from your curious little angels. Especially those bright and quick-witted ones. On one hand, we're incredibly proud that our child is eager to learn and curious about the world. On the other hand, the constant barrage of questions, especially at the end of a long day, can leave us feeling tired and a little at a loss. So, how can we encourage our child's thirst for knowledge without exhausting ourselves? Today, we'll explore some great tips to handle this situation effectively. Most importantly, we should never dismiss a child's question, because doing so might accidentally extinguish their precious curiosity. Instead, we can choose to postpone the answer to a more convenient time. And if we don't know the answer, we shouldn't be afraid to admit it and explore the answer together with our child. These shared moments of discovery are golden opportunities to inspire a love of learning and strengthen family bonds. Embrace your child's endless curiosity. Let's begin with the first part. Many parents have probably been stunned into silence by their child's never-ending stream of why questions. It's a mix of pride in their intelligence and, to be honest, a bit of weariness, especially after a long day of work. It's truly not easy to answer all the questions that a gifted child can come up with. Children are like little explorers, eager to uncover every corner of the world around them. But the most important thing for parents to remember is this: never crush that spark of curiosity by telling them to stop asking or reacting with annoyance. So, how do we nurture our child's curiosity when our own brain feels like it's running on empty? The key lies in shifting our perspective. Instead of seeing our child's questions as a nuisance or burden, try to recognize that your child is hungry for knowledge and passionately engaged in learning. They are reaching out to the world, and want you, their parent, to be their guide. That's a wonderful sign of a growing, thriving mind. Of course, we should be honest. Changing our mindset doesn't automatically make the questions easier or erase our fatigue at the end of the day. But it gives us a more positive attitude so we can face the situation and find a solution that works. Smart tricks for tackling tough questions. So, what should we do when our minds are ready to shut down but our child still has 1,000 questions? Don't worry, there are some truly helpful tips you can try. These strategies will help you avoid discouraging your child and give yourself a little breathing space. The postpone it trick. Wait for the right moment to answer. One effective method is to delay answering your child's question until a more convenient time. Kids often want answers right now, as if the world will stop turning if their question isn't answered immediately. But in reality, parents don't always have to respond on the spot. The key is to acknowledge your child's question, let them know you heard and respect their curiosity, and then promise to come back to it later. For example, if you're at the dinner table and your child frowns at their green beans and asks, "Why'd I have to eat these? I don't like them," instead of launching into a nutrition lecture mid-meal, you can gently say, "I know you're not a fan of green beans, sweetie, but right now, we're focusing on dinner. Let's talk more about why green beans are good for you after we eat. Okay?" And of course, later, after everything's cleaned up, you should follow through on that promise and talk with your child about the nutrients in green beans and why they're good for their health. Keeping your promise is crucial to building trust. That's a tough one. What should we say? Don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." Sometimes, parents feel drained trying to answer every single question, especially those that fall outside their area of expertise. The pressure to be an all-knowing parent is unnecessary and can be overwhelming. In those cases, don't hesitate to say, "I don't know." For instance, if your child asks, Mom, why are vitamins good for kids? How do they work in our bodies? And you're unsure of the detailed explanation. It's perfectly fine to say, wow, that's a really great and interesting question. To be honest, I don't know exactly how vitamins work to keep us healthy. How about we find out together? Then make sure to follow through. Look it up in a book. Search the internet together, or even ask an expert if needed. That shared discovery process will be a priceless learning experience. It not only satisfies your child's curiosity but also teaches them that not knowing isn't something to be ashamed of, and that the journey to understanding is just as valuable as the answer itself. Turning questions into golden opportunities for learning and bonding. Kids have amazing memories, especially when it comes to promises made by parents. They won't easily forget if you said you'd look into something they asked. So, once you've used either the postpone or admit you don't know strategy, it's important to follow through. Your child's trust is priceless. And this is your chance to turn even the trickiest questions into meaningful moments and golden opportunities for learning and connection. Golden hour for deep conversations. One great proactive approach is to set aside a specific time each day to talk with your child. This helps avoid being caught off guard by a barrage of questions when you're too tired or busy to give full attention. For example, after dinner during dishwashing time can be a great opportunity. While your hands are busy, your minds can be engaged in meaningful conversation. If you have multiple children, the one who asks the question can become your special helper for the day. This not only makes chores more enjoyable but also turns them into a golden hour, a time when your child gets to be heard, explore ideas, and feel valued. Discovery Notebook. Exploring a world of knowledge together. When your child asks a really tough question that requires research, trying to answer everything right away can become overwhelming. So why not try something new? Create a list of unanswered questions with your child over the week. Write them in a cute notebook. Call it the Discovery Notebook. Or use colorful sticky notes on the fridge. Or even make a big poster for their bedroom wall. Whenever a tricky question comes up, write it down together. At the end of the week, take the notebook to the library. Find books on the topic. Or search online for more information. During the week, whenever you have a spare moment, you can tackle one or two of the questions together. Turning the quest for answers into a little intellectual adventure will surely excite your child. Dear parents, in the end, the issue isn't whether we always have the right answer to every question our child asks. What matters most is how we respond in a way that nurtures their curiosity and love for learning. Even more importantly, these questions open up countless fascinating topics for your whole family to explore during free time. Helping deepen connection and understanding between parent and child. That's the most precious gift of all. Wishing all parents joyful and meaningful journeys of knowledge discovery with your beloved children.